Hello, everyone. Again, my name's Damien. I'm from Banjo. Real quick, what does Banjo do? A real easy way to explain it is, if you go to search for something today, you go online and you go to Google. If you want to see what's happening right now in real time anywhere in the world, you go to Banjo. To give you an example of that, we're the largest location-based social graph in the world, about 620 million people, processing billions of posts around the world and indexing that in real time. We power, behind the scenes, only about 25% of our tech is revealed through our mobile apps and to the public. 75% is used behind the scenes and power some of the largest news agencies, as well as brands, etc. For example, Oklahoma tornadoes or the Boston bombing. A lot of that content that you saw, a lot of the photos that you saw from these big media companies came to you before they could actually have assets on the ground, meaning before they could get a reporter on the scene. But with using Banjo, you're able to go anywhere in real time, and you can actually go back in time, and they can see any of the content. They can vet out that contact any of the people that posted that, and then interview them in real time, and that's where a lot of our content is coming from, or a lot of the posts are coming from. But I'm not here to talk to you about Banjo, so that's it on that. I'm actually here to talk to you about Hyperlocal. Actually, they didn't put the title on there. I'm going to talk to you about why advertising in mobile is broken, and it is broken. To say that's broken means that mobile advertising actually worked at one time. It's never worked. And the solution for it working is not here. And why is that? The reality of it is that people treat mobile, and this is brands, advertisers, this is us, engineers, startups, we all treat it still, I shouldn't say all, but most still treat it like it's the web, right? This isn't the web. We have a strong emotional attachment to mobile that we've never had to any device, including a television, or web. And so what does that mean? What is this emotional attachment you speak of? So to give you an example, is some of you left a hotel this morning to come here or flew out of your house to hurry up and get here. Some of you probably left your wallet at home. And I'm guaranteeing you just said, forget it. I'm still going to get there. I want to be on time because you wanted to hear the opening speaker this morning. But some of you left your mobile device at home. And for those of you who did, I guarantee you turned around and went home and got it. Right? And that's the reality, and that's because of how strong we're attached to this device. I was just at a meeting down the street before I got here with a large brand, and they asked to see my cell phone because I was carrying the new HTC. And I thought to myself, before he grabbed my phone, it's like, it almost felt like a personal violation to me when he took my phone and then he started flipping through it, because it was like him going through my wallet. And until we realize as brands and advertisers and mobile developers and startups that's the type of emotional attachment that people have to their phones, we have to start advertising to them that way, and we don't. Today I'm playing like Angry Birds, and in the middle of my game an insurance ad comes up. It's annoying, I delete the game, and I don't feel very good about the brand. Or I just get what we used to all get during the web, Google ad blindness, and just ignore the ads, so we ignore them. So I sit around and I meet with these big brands, big sport leagues, big media companies. I meet with them literally every day around the world. And they all have the same problem. They're trying to measure this stuff like they measured TV demographics or web, and want the results to show the same results they got back then. Well, I'm telling you right now, TV's in trouble, web's in trouble, and mobile never even got started. So they all have to do a different type of thinking, a paradigm shift. And it's the responsibility of not just the advertiser, but it's the responsibility of us too, the people who are building the technology. But the problem is they come to us with a preconceived notion of what they want success to look like. We're excited to work with them because we've got a lot of pressure on us to monetize. And so what happens? We end up putting the same type of banner ads, the same type of advertising that's been going on. We know it's not going to work, and if we don't know it's not going to work, we should have known it's not going to work. And what happens? At the end of the time, the advertiser's disappointed, right? And they go away, and you repeat this cycle over and over again. So what is emotional advertising, and how can we connect? Well, I can tell you right now, I don't have the answers, right? But I can tell you the right way to get to an answer is to start having conversation, be honest about the conversation, and take risk, and take extreme risk. And there's a lot of big brands that are finally starting to do this. One in particular I know is Oreo, under the Kraft banner. They are really taking a lot of risk with startups and doing things. They know they're not going to get the monetary or financial return for their advertising dollar, but they're trying different things, and they're trying it with letting the startups actually have some freedom and knowing that it's not going to be the traditional banner ad. For example, there's other large advertisers in Europe who are doing the same thing. And so what are you doing from an emotional advertising standpoint? So to give you an example, let's just say you're at an event like the Giants ball game today, or you're not there, and you're flipping through a feed and you're consuming all this content. Should you get an insurance ad during that time? These are the types of things that have been out on billboards for a long period of time that sit in the outfield. Nope. No connection to you in your mobile device watching the Giants game and seeing a post and an insurance billboard. It should be something that's related to that interest that you have. It's just something that's going to bring you into the game. For example, I saw Oreo Cookie. What they did is they made an Oreo cookie that looked like a checkered flag. And most people thought that was really cool. They could get an Oreo cookie that literally had a checkered flag as the front of the cookie. And they put that in where? An auto racing stream. So if you have this auto racing interest and you're in that stream, you're going to click in their advertisement because it's of significant interest to you because it's about the subject that you're there. But more people aren't doing this. So the bottom line in here is we have to take tremendous risk. Yes, a lot of it will fail, and we have to just be okay with that. And we just have to be honest up front with one another. Because the reality of it is, it's not getting any better. I can assure you, when I meet and I see the real numbers of these advertising agencies, what they're spending, what the click-through rate is, and then to find out that they realize that 50% of the click-through rate was on accident, and the other 50% doesn't even make that big of a number. And you can give me the examples like, well, look at Facebook and how much money they made off of mobile in the last quarter. But if you're going to try to give me one of the largest social networks in the world with one of the largest mobile footprints in the world as an example that mobile advertising works for them but it fails for everybody else, then the rest of us are all in big trouble. So anyways, that's it for today. My time was really short. I think I have a minute left if there's any comments or questions. Cool. Thanks very much.